Hey, what's going on, guys? Bori Afolabi here, hanging on the studio again, and today I am very close to completing this EP, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the things that kind of just put the icing on the cake, so to speak. I like to call them sweeteners, personally, and so those elements include anything like, say like a tambourine or just anything that is not part of your main instrument section. So, and by main I mean like your guitar, your bass, your drums. Those are more foundational things that are going to be on the recording. But everything else that you add on top of that is kind of just, like I said, the icing on the cake, the extra little stuff that adds texture, color, and makes things a bit more interesting than they would be without them. So I'm just going to show you some of the elements I've chosen to use on this particular project. Like I said, the tambourine, good old, right? You find that these are really helpful, especially when you want to like elevate a chorus. So after, say, you write a song and your first chorus is a little less dynamically strong, which is common, and then you want to bring things up a bit in your second chorus. I find a tambourine is a really good way to do that, or even at the end of the song, and you can add it to what you're doing. It just adds a little bit more dynamic boost to what you're doing. Second thing, just more along the lines of percussive instruments. So I've got a cowbell, a couple cowbells, got a block here. I don't think I'm actually going to be using two of these two things in the recording, but I have them just to show you for this example. So you see that? Can't forget these good old spoons, right? This was a gift from me. Yeah, something like that. And then I've talked about this before, and it's called a glockenspiel. Basically, it sounds like bells, but they're little how do I explain this? What are these? What, you guys look up a glockenspiel. You know what a glockenspiel is, right? It's not a vibraphone. It's not anything like that. It's just, and they have a very high piercing frequency, right? So if you want a bell sound, even though these aren't actually bells, this is a great way to go. They add different, again, dynamic elements to whatever you're doing. So, what else do I have here? Oh yeah, and the last thing, which I've already spoken about, was these old tambourines here. Not tambourines, harmonicas, right? So I decided to go to Long McQuaid in Canada. That is kind of the Guitar Center of Canada for you Americans. And I purchased just their cheapest pack of these because I wanted a variety of keys, and I'm not like a great harmonica player by any stretch or means there. But I wanted certain sounds in certain spots on the EP, and not all the songs are in the key of C, which is your common harmonica key that you can buy But so I just went out and bought a pack of them. There's a pack of 3, and then there's another pack over there. It's like a pack of 8. But it gives me all the keys, or 7, sorry, all the keys. I don't know how many. But I've got all the keys I need to be able to use it in this EP and cover all the songs that I want to cover. So that's more or less it. Other things you could do for sweeteners that I find are also like hand claps, snaps, things that you can easily find a sample for or a plug-in version of. But sometimes I find just tracking them by yourself in front of a mic, placed properly, will give you a little bit more of an organic sound to what you're doing. And then, of course, you can use any other elements that you find within your creative world there. I've used my own foot as a kick drum before on the floor, and I just mic'd it, and then I tweaked it in the DAW. I've played on a table. I've used all kinds of things. Actually, I've got one more thing here to show you. One sec. So more along the percussive lines, I have this. Red is not the best background here, but so you see, it's kind of like a brush. Playing that on top of anything will give you a similar to a shaker sound, but you can use that as a sweetener as well. And of course, good old-fashioned mallets on a cymbal. That gives you some greater dynamic taste. Again, like I said, especially going into a chorus or in the middle of something that you want to emphasize. Mallets on a cymbal are a great way to get a nice swell and a rise. So those are just some of the things that you're probably going to hear on this EP. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm very close, very excited. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being supportive, and I hope this stuff is valuable to you in some way and you make the best of it. All right, I'll see you soon. Take care.